here?
Dang, you really yourself.
Do you remember that intro?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That was the original intro. So I
really
changed it, obviously, but I thought it'd be funny. But the other one was, yeah, maybe that'll be my normal one, the smoky one. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
But
I thought it was really good.
Cheers to you.
Oh, here's to you also. To others that hopefully made money.
This was one of the. I had this from camping, so.
Yeah.
It's like it's a mini victory for now, but figure give you your time. So how does it feel to have like a big win like this?
Feels great. I mean, you know. For those that aren't aware, we were referencing an awful company named B.Riley, and
so you did an episode on this, right?
Yes. Did some, and you also know that a fair amount of collaborative efforts were done with people to make sure that what I was looking at, made sense.
I think this was your first episode, wasn't it?
It was the first live actually with
Yeah.
it was that, and also did one with Fabio too, where we talked about it more from like an accounting nuance on financial statements, like auditors' opinions, something that I'm starting to believe, shockingly, that no one ever reads.
So was this the start of the B.Riley research, or you were there already waiting for the filing and the adverse opinion and stuff?
I was on the sidelines, like because as I laid out with the write up in Capital Mindset Discord, other far better people did their digging and were pounding the table for B.Riley to be a zero. And I was like, okay, that's cool, but I like public information, and what I see hasn't quite lined up. Wait for a 10K. Take a look at the auditor's opinion, and I'm like, oh, let me zero in on that. They kept being late for their quarterlies.
Yes.
Zero in on that. Oh, there's a discrepancy between their quarterly filing and what they said on their quarterly investor pres numbers. Ooh, that sounds like way too much smoke.
So this was, I'm trying to remember the timeline. So this was like April, May.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So they come out and it was late, and then the auditors had an adverse opinion.
Yes.
You can go. So I'll link this below in the description for people. So basically, if I remember this from when we talked about the auditors had a problem with the valuations, right?
Oh yeah. Yes.
Certain assets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the one, if I recall correctly, it was an adverse on internal controls. But even then, though, like there were still plenty of other critical audit matters. This is a very complex company, usually not my cup of tea. But when enough people, say something, and then my own digging with publicly available info, if you just know what to look for and what makes sense, what doesn't. That's also a great intro.
Oh, really? I have it all. It does not demonetize you. And then of course we have, he's such a great CEO. Anthony Noto, he's a godsend for SoFi investors, right? Anyways, let's get off track here. I'm gonna rage on SoFi at some point, but okay. So there's adverse opinion.
Yes.
Which I'm an auditor, and Bacon's going to be he's an accountant student so far. So something basically, I haven't read it in a while. I read it back then, but basically the auditors had a disagreement, I'm assuming, with the whatever the description that management gave them about how they were valuing their assets, and they didn't find it reasonable. I'm betting it's along those lines. Okay. Which is a big part of auditing, right? I've said this before, but a big part of auditing is just like, I go somewhere and audit, and it's like, they just have to explain what they're doing. And I have to understand it. And I have to say, okay, That's reasonable. It doesn't even have to be the best way to do something. It just has to be reasonable, justified what they're doing. Like the fair value of an asset, because they're doing fair value, I know, which these companies doing fair value, a lot of shitbag companies doing fair value of assets, because auditors come in and they're like, what is your process, right? Can I follow this reasonable value you're doing? Whereas in GAAP, you should just do book value. Jesus Christ. Why don't, it's very shady, these fair value companies, like SoFi. But anyways, so because the people that have a financial incentive for the company to do well are the ones doing the fair valuing of the assets, and they have they're highly motivated to make sure these assets look good. But people just believe it. Oh, Anthony Noto's got, or B.Riley, he's a smart dude, right? Although Marc Cohodes has better words for him.
Oh yes, colorful words for sure.
So then, and then you guys followed this down the rabbit hole. So we all were like, a lot of us were at that point. We then got into what they're holding, right? Was
Yes.
that the next? What happened next? So we have the audit opinions. They look like shit. You see, there's other shorters, like, and people like Marc Cohodes that are, you know about them, right? At this point, okay. So then now you go down the rabbit hole on the company.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It was quite a rabbit hole. Some people like Fuhad of all people referenced how they've done questionable dealings in the past with some SPACs. SPACs for like gaming teams and companies like that. Some things like acquiring a company with a person that with a colorful history with regulators and investigators. That's one of the things that actually got talked about in the most recent earnings call. So there's just like so much smoke that you just have like immediately know there's a fire in here. There's just no way. And
It was hilarious. What is it? How long was it?
shoot,
12 minutes?
yeah, the entire
12
thing was
minutes?
12 minutes and change. But
Yeah.
like the hilarious thing is if you as soon as the operator of the earnings call says, we will now pause and have Q&A, like just cut that out. Like you got like just under 9 minutes because there was no Q&A. It was just operator says that, pauses. Oh, there are no questions magically. and and then like the operator just spends the rest of the time like prattling on about one of the usual safe harbor statements or disclaimers. There was like
Okay.
it was like nothing.
Let's see. The net loss quarter reflects non-cash impairment charge for targets to chart 25, which relates to tax benefits, non-cash write-off, parts 330, 370 of our Freedom VCR investment, which relates to franchise group. So, which is hilarious, which is what we thought, right?
Yes.
So
Yep.
once, but kind of the ball kind of moved because it was like, you guys did B.Riley, and I'm like, it's very complicated business, a lot of stuff to read, and then you see FRG, and then we get to cons.
Yes.
And cons is right up because I do industrial retail investing, so I'm like, you can look at that, and that took like, oh my god, like 30 minutes to read, and you're like, this is shit, like this is bad. This company's like, I'm like, this won't survive. Like, the only question is like would someone swoop in and buy them because they have assets and they had buildings, but they had the debt. So, and then I remember you look. I think did you or Andrew? Andrew did a lot of FRG digging.
We both did.
Yeah,
we
the
definitely
brands
both did,
under
but
that. When the
yeah,
first
this
time I
is
saw that,
horrible.
I'm like, it was like all the shit brands that I remember as a kid were at the mall. It was the stores you just walk by and you never go in. You're like, oh, that's still there. That's cool. And you just keep walking. Like it's just a bunch of stores you just never cared about. I don't know if I can get the chart.
Oh, for the
Andrew had a
like,
good chart, showed like
all
brands.
the brands.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'd have to dig in and find it.
it was like the big one, of course, Vitamin Shop, which thank you Google. Pet Supplies Plus.
Okay, here we go. Yeah,
Furniture.
okay, Wikipedia.
Yep.
Franchise group. American Freight.
Yep.
I went into an American Freight, which is right down the road from me. It's gone now. But garbage furniture, like the lowest of low quality furniture. Like you could just tell by looking at like, yeah, garbage. Vitamin Shop. Everyone I know buys vitamins online, right? You can go to Chris Bumstead's website, or I use another company. Okay. Pet Supply, which was the only thing that actually looks good. This is like the only thing that actually makes money, I think. The Pet Supply Plus, which I was hoping Tractor Supply would somehow. Did I tell you I wrote Tractor Supply?
Oh, I didn't hear this.
I wrote Tractor Supply investor relations, and I was like, I think you should look at. I think this company might die. I think you should be very interested in Pet Supply Plus, because that's a big part of why they've done so well recently. Their pet business. They've taken out kind of like Petco. Ross Gerber's favorite. Tractor Supply's kind of kicked their ass, I think. So, anyways, yeah. So this is just a bag of dog shit. And then where was the clothing? Oh, it doesn't have the clothing company. The Surfer brand.
Oh yeah. I kind of drew a blank on that one.
What the hell is it called? Huffy? No, not that's the bikes. Hurley.
Oh yes.
That's the other thing not here. Hurley. The Surfer like Pac Sun brand. Like who the hell wears those clothes anyway? So and then they used to own Liberty Tax, which is the predatory place in my area. They're like predatory tax filers for like inner city people. They're like they get in trouble all the time. Like just crap business. And then of course Babcock, which is funny. So then you guys followed. There's so much. I mean, we can't even talk about all of this. It's just like there's so much. And then
Magic Jack for a separate business line. Like that still apparently exists. It's fine though. Like just.
And then Cons led us to Babcock, which Cons bought Babcock, right?
Yes.
And basically, they long story short, they should never have bought them because it just made a pile of shit, a bigger pile of shit. That's all they did, which is what I was the analogy. Like Warner Brothers Discovery talked about merging with Paramount, and I was like, this doesn't make them better. They're both crappy businesses. You're just merging them. So. Yeah. And then once you saw, so most of our attention was on Cons, which we've already done victory laps with, but, and then kind of we came back to B.Riley, but then we got sidetracked by
other opportunities.
Talked about, that'll be some other point, I guess, live. And then we didn't quite get back to B.Riley before it caved in this week, but a lot of people were in it already, just not fully. But yeah. And then, what a surprise. They do the filing. You said what, Sunday night it just appeared, right?
Yes. Oh no. It was Sunday night right before I went to bed. Nothing there. And then all of a sudden Monday morning of this week is like, oh, ta-da, is here.
Oh my God.
I was like, screw this. I'm dropping everything. I'm listening in on this.
And it's not even complete filings. It's just like where is it?
No, it's literally just the webcast link for the event, because
so there wasn't anything here. News release.
Yeah, I want to.
Was this it?
It was a webcast. I think should be able to spit that out.
Okay, here. So this is all you. This was it.
Like there was. I'll see if I can pull up the good old link.
Crazy. So this is all we get, and then they do a 12-minute call, no Q&A.
Yep. Yeah, effectively none. Like even though the operator did the whole
40% pre-market, and then Marc Cohodes does a live stream, which was one of the fucking great. Like I was fixing my bathroom at the time, which I wasn't in a great mood because my toilet leaked. But I was listening to it while I was repairing the floor, and that was awesome. Is it still posted? How do you go to the recorded live streams?
Dude, that one I don't know. Because I'm not.
I am not a great Twitter person.
Yeah, neither am I.
I'm not sure how you do. It's recorded, right?
It is. Yeah, it should still be there. Let me.
It was on Monday. I'm sure I could find it. He does a lot of tweeting. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. He is relentless.
Oh yeah, here the bat, the axis. Wait, okay, here it is. Wait, was this it? No. That was, he did a weed weed is
Yeah. That one, that not 100% sure on. That I like him more for his shorts. I'm pretty sure his longs will probably do well because given his background. But
damn. Is it gone?
yeah, some things though, like I'll only play along if I can wrap my head around with the information that I can reasonably get.
Wait, I'm on the 13th. Oh man, he went rolling. Monday is like the time of his life. He was just going after all these guys. Calling B.Riley man a certain fat F repeatedly during the call. Man, where was it? Someone's gonna tell me how to search recorded live stream or whatever he calls them. Here it is. Wait, damn it!
No.
Did you? Wait, here we go. Yep.
Oh, you got it. Yep.
Special Riley disaster. Okay. Wait a minute. I can't go back.
Oh, that's rough. Yeah, because I had a thing where
No, okay, I got it. It spun up. So then that started unraveling, and we're like, oh my God, it's happened. And then there was a tweet, Andrew tweet or in our group chat, like 2 months ago, Andrew posted a comment. He was like, you're gonna wake up and it's gonna be down 50%. Because we held this for months, and it's hard. Like you
yeah,
start doubting yourself.
yeah.
And then you need motivation like that. And you're like, time is the only factor. Like if you believe in what your research showed. But I pushed out my date on my puts because I'm like, we don't know. Right.
Mhm. Yeah.
But I'm like, it's gonna cave 50%. I don't know when. So I pushed out my date as far as I could, which, you lose a bit of return. So be it. But then I can sleep at night.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There are some people in the group, man, that killed it. Oh my goodness. We
Oh
had
yes.
one guy make 8x with proof.
Yeah.
The man, the legend, Dex. Dex is here. Although I said 7x because I can't do math, but
7 and change X.
so
Oh, hi, Michael. I'm sorry. Best of luck. I think that screams value trap.
I honestly, like, if I had free cash and I gave it, I don't know, but like there's always ideas. If I was like sitting there on cash with no ideas when Intel dropped to 18, I would have bought it, right? Like, but I have plentiful ideas, and I think that's the dumbest one that I've heard of. So, anyways, let's see. B.Riley Reed. Micron is trading like a meme coin. Well, I've said on streams like there's a disconnect, right? For this guy, like people have always valued Micron as this, and I have argued that it's not a commoditized memory company anymore. It's a technology company because not every memory company now can make these the more high speed memories. I think the top 3 can make it, and that's it. So it's changing the narrative on Micron, I think, and that's why the value's gone. But it's like this fight back and forth. So I think when things go bad, it's volatile because people are like, oh, look, it's crashing. Even though what happened in Japan had nothing to do with Micron, but it crashed hard because that narrative disconnect is there. And I was like, if you got some balls, like that was a good buy at like 88, 89. I thought NVIDIA was a better buy, but in the end, CrowdStrike was a better buy than that even. So whatever. Oh, we can get to that later. Meet Kevin and his freak attack on the fucking Japan news. God, I hate that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he cost people. I don't care if he loses. I hope he loses money. He costs other people money, which is a shame because like people look at us. You're going to look at Meet Kevin, put him side by side to us, and surely he knows more about investing because he's got the slick haircut. He's got the great studio, right? Better, equipment than us. Slick. It's like, but he's trash, and he costs people money, and he freaks out, and he pretends to freak out on all the news out there. So, anyways, so We listen. What else are we missing on Riley? What else would you like to say? It's all this web.
Yeah, yeah. What I would like to say is, for people, if you did choose to enter any sort of put position, uh, if you haven't already, like, know your broker and how things work, because this has happened before. Like, recent memory alone, Bed Bath and Beyond, many of the regional banks, where a company goes to zero, people have puts, people have money, and they want to maximize it, and then all of a sudden, like, bankruptcy gets still cleared or roughly around there, and the broker's like, "Yeah, sorry, good luck monetizing. You're gonna have to call us. You're gonna have to do the conventional thing."
Yeah,
And yeah, so like there's trade-offs there. Like, full and fair disclosure, I'm out. I am now able to allow myself to fully celebrate because
if
it's done.
yeah,
I left money on the table, almost certainly, but I don't want headaches. So me not wanting to minimize the headaches means I need to trade off probably leaving money on the table. Like,
I've
we
always
can.
like because I've been doing this for a while.
Mhm.
Not like decades, but like last 5 years shorting because there's been a lot of shit out there. But yeah, it's kind of weird. You want to buy when it's quiet, and then you want to sell when everything's raging fire. To
Yeah.
me, that's how I approach it. Because you need that liquidity, right? You need the activity to get the value,
Mhm.
especially if you're trying to sell. You don't want to be the last person holding the bag,
No. No.
and you're sitting there and you're all waiting to you want to maximize profit. You don't think about maximize. I'm like, I want to survive. That's what I want to survive. Number one, not if I leave meat on the table, so be it. But I'm not going to be the last one holding the bag when these companies start to crater. When you're trying to, when do I sell out my short or my puts? It's like probably earlier than you think you should. Like, it's the answer. And sometimes it rebounds. And I think people got a misconception with Con
Oh
because
yeah.
it just died.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got out at like $1, right? And
Mhm.
like, so I didn't maximize. Like,
No.
there was more. I probably could have made 20-30% more.
Yeah.
But I'm like, these things can get violent at the end when the values get so low. Now you start thinking, okay, the market cap gets down like 20 million. I was like, okay, they got buildings, they have furniture, they have assets. Someone could swoop in, right? And you don't see it coming. So at that point, the risk starts notching up as they get cheaper. That's why, like, um, Virgin Galactic, I probably won't short again because at the value it is, conceivably someone could come in just to buy the technology. And you're like, well, the technology shit. I'm like, someone could be shitty at their business, not understand the tech, and still buy it. Like, yeah, I mean, Aaron's rental got bought. And when you guys first were jumped in, I wasn't in right away because my first thought was with Cons. I'm
Mhm.
like, it's it's a crappy company, but a good business, I think is what I said. And then Aaron's did, and look what happened. Aaron's didn't have the credit issue. Someone bought it, private equity.
Yeah.
In good times, these are good businesses.
Mhm.
When the interest rates aren't so high and inflation is killing people, like leasing furniture is a good business, but just not right now. And these companies handled it poorly, and they couldn't survive. So yeah, so here we are. Oh my god, look at it. We
Yeah.
got
Yeah. The good old. Do you want to be? Do you want to be right or do you want to make money? Expression.
yeah. Walmart, Amazon will outperform Nvidia the rest of the year. So I think is that what me Kevin did? He either bet against the market or he bet against Walmart. I'll play the video later. I
Yeah, I'm
mean,
not
he
sure.
kind of couches like his live streams and he hides his losses behind his paywalls.
Yeah.
I wait for dips and hold for at least year and intentional long hold. Yeah.
Can be
I
reasonable.
close a lot of my contract at the dollar too. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dex.
Yeah.
Dex.
Dex knows how to manage his risk.
He does. Jump back in for a few. 'Cause I've done that. Yeah, you jump
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Same here. Yeah.
Maybe you still go back in with like 20% of what you already pulled out. But
Yeah. Yeah.
oh, so what a day. Like
Yeah.
to watch a company just die on the vine like this is just
Mhm.
and what's crazy is that there's like subreddits to this freaking thing,
I don't
which
know
is
why.
unbelievable. There's a subreddit with like 2,000 people. Right here.
Yeah.
I just like,
Why?
it's just crazy. Here, like I mean, we don't, are these insiders or paid shill? I don't know. There's 2,000 people that have decided to join a subreddit on this fucking like equity firm, right? Like, it's some like niche little like equity firm in California, like unbelievable. But some of the people in here, I saw one guy's comment said he lost $600,000.
Yeah.
600,000.
Rough. Why?
I don't know why you would believe in something like this so much. I don't get it. I mean, you don't even, most people, I mean, I don't fully, like, this is a complicated business. There's so many little tendrils to what they're doing. It took you probably how long? I mean, it took you a long time, I bet, like, to look all of it up.
There was a lot of stop and starting and taking breaks, and at some point in my during my digging, I said to hell with it. I've seen enough. I'm willing to believe other people's work, like respectable people, and based on my own findings. Like because like you recall and you referenced the rough timeline. There was some really rough and annoying periods with the share price, but the
Oh
bond
yeah,
price,
because we were in the short
yeah,
before they released the financials, and then it shot up to like $40.
yeah,
We're like, what
yeah.
the fuck? Like, what are people buying? But the
So,
fact was, even though it was a terrible
mhm,
release, it was the fact, I think just the fact that they released something and maybe the market expected worse.
yeah,
It was so weird. I'm like, this is
mhm.
bad. But the
It's
market's like, well, it's not as bad. And then it's like the stop. Who knows? But
yeah,
that's where it's like, if you're copying someone, you would have bailed on it at that point
mhm.
forever and be
Oh
like,
yeah,
oh, failure. It's like, no, 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 chill. Like,
mhm.
hopefully have long enough time frames. Let the market realize that this is, that the adverse opinions of auditors are really not great. Um, nobody wants to pay us, right, until there's a problem, and then when there's a problem, they want to shit on auditors and it's not that bad. It's like, oh, it's bad. I've
Oh
been
yeah,
through this with I've been through two audits like this where like it's really bad. And I'm shocked at how nonchalant people, like, my work is readily available for my managers to read and directors, and then I don't know, they don't think it's a big deal. I'm like, I don't know how you couldn't understand. I'm like, the timelines and like the problems I note in my report, and they're like, oh, we'll get through it. It's like, people should be fired over this stuff. Like, and
oh
people
yeah,
were eventually fired over two of my audits.
yeah.
So
Like
anyways,
far
but
cleaner companies than B.Riley just have simple critical audit matters, and it's amazing. Like critical audit matter, goodwill. Fast forward like 2 or 3 quarters, and then whammo, goodwill impairment, stock goes down.
yeah.
Like at least have it on the radar is all I'm saying.
So
But
for you SoFi people watching, I'm gonna get to a SoFi video soon because someone wanted to pay me to do another Tanner video, but I'll do it for free. I should just start berating Tanner all the time. So because he's another one that's cost a lot of people money,
oh yeah,
pushing a shitty bank,
yeah,
and people have just been sitting there not making money while the market's been in a bull run.
mhm,
So I haven't forgotten about him.
yeah.
But
I
oh,
mean,
he's adorable. He's Canadian. He's so friendly. Oh, he's nice. His information sucks.
ba-
So
shout out to Dex also on this one because basic competitive analysis. New bank should have been on the radar. Ticker symbol NU.
yeah,
Like that one did far.
it's like there was, okay. You pick fintech is a crappy thesis, but on top of that, you picked the wrong. You didn't even pick the right ones.
Yeah. Yep.
I think fintech isn't a great thesis, but even if you're the fintech guy, you picked the wrong one. Nubank was the thesis. Nubank was it. How do you miss that if you are a fintech investor?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But they all
No.
bought it after it ran, of course, so they could claim it. And then they bought PayPal, right?
Oh
You're a
yeah.
fintech investor and you buy like your grandpa's, the first fintech bank. My God. But so what else? Anything else about to say about Riley?
Uh.
Kind of done because
Yeah.
I'll be gone. I'll be out of it by tomorrow. I'm like
Yeah.
70% out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
You're
just
out.
yep. Congratulations to everyone.
A lot of people are out already. So
Yeah.
I
Like,
saw 4x, 6x. I saw an 8x person. This is great. Good for
yeah.
people.
Oh yes, yeah. Like this was amazing. They're just the only other thing though was yeah, like if you're it may be lazy and it may be wrong and it's not perfect, but the bond market, if you're able to take a look at that info on bonds for your publicly traded company, that may be something worthy of considering, regardless of if you're bullish or bearish on a company. Just
Oh yeah, we were tracking the FRG, or
yeah,
Andrew. I was tracking it too.
yeah.
On my side, the bond prices on their
Hmm.
debt. Jesus Christ, it got
Yeah.
down. You could see it coming, but
Yeah.
it wasn't a huge position for me because
Mm,
there were still worries about the unknown because you can't trust their numbers, right? If they are what Marc Cohodes, which I believe Marc Cohodes, how do you trust what's on the paper? There has to be some question of you're obviously missing something because you can't believe what's there. They have audit findings. You know it's not so easy as like something like Khan or the other one we're not going to talk about.
yes.
It's
Yes.
not yet.
Oh yeah. But
So,
yeah.
oh,
That I think that's really all I got. Just be safe out there, everybody. Best of luck.
I would just also people like I am not your dad. Like,
Yeah.
so don't. I hate when people shorting's risky. I'm like, fuck yeah, it is. It is
Mhm.
really risky. You can get destroyed. Um, so don't do it. I don't know. Like, I have money aside for this. And I probably can read financials better than most people. So I don't think it's so risky, but and we're all still index. I still index every damn week. Every
Mhm.
week I put money in indexes. It's not like I've given up on that.
Yeah.
Um, I just have lots of different things the same. I don't like one type of investing.
Mhm.
So at the same time, you are a cabinet man with me.
Yes. 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 The opportunity was there. I was able to acquire some.
You can't
That
be
is
all
going to be
shorting, so I guess we got to talk about stocks.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I guess time will tell if we
Hmm.
are right.
Yeah.
So it dipped, and I told you I wanted to keep my cost basis in the 14s, so I held to that. I knew I wanted to make 3 tranche buys. So luckily, I've gotten my 3 shots this year. So if housing comes back like we think next year, I think this company's going to do amazing. Because people are going to have to get their houses ready to sell,
Mhm.
which means you're going to have retrofit, you're going to have remodeling. You're going to have wholesaling because the stores will get busier. So they have wholesale business, they have remodeling business, and they have new cabinets. So they feel everything in housing. They get in there, right? So we'll see. But right, we thought this year was the housing year until Jay Powell destroyed that thesis. So
Yeah.
we don't know. We see other people playing housing different ways, which we'll see who's right, I guess. I don't care to learn about certain sectors. I just stick to what I know more. Time's an issue. Like your housing thesis, I can understand a company like this faster than trying to understand something like a insurance company or something.
Yeah.
So everyone has their own competitive advantage. So there's that. So that buying, this is probably long term investing. Yeah, it's pretty much it for recent times. Other than indexes, um, what else? Did you buy anything on Japanese Murder Day? What are we calling that day?
Uh, I
When Japan destroyed the market?
I call it narrative day. Like
Carry on your wayward son. Is that there'll be peace when you were I
yeah.
really loved, I have to say, when all the YouTube channels came out after the disaster and they wanted to explain in detail what the carry trade was. I tried to explain it in like 2 minutes because I was like, I so don't care. This is not new. They've been doing this the whole year. This arbitrage. Who cares? You're not going to make any money betting against this going the wrong way anyways. So I'm like, why spend brain power understanding something that doesn't matter for investing? It really doesn't. But I just laughed. All these people thinking the recession was here. I can 100% tell people, like 100%, the next recession will not be caused by Japan. Come on. It's going to be caused by something you don't even see coming, like Ozempic or Taylor Swift. I don't know. but you won't see it coming. The next real recession. Did anyone think a pandemic would cause a recession, even though it was short?
No.
But there was crashed the market for like what, a month and a half. So, housing crisis. So we don't know. Some that Ukraine could still cause a problem, in Russia, but we'll see. The yen carry trade.
Yes.
Like,
You spelled it correctly the first time, June.
yeah, but I remember I was like, this is a joke. I'm like, I wish I had. I've dived in with the Nvidia thing. I bought some more Micron, so that was good. But I wouldn't yeah, you buy things that you're sure of in times of trouble. I wouldn't have bought anything questionable.
Oh yeah, that's right. I bought LVMH on that.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Yeah.
That got put aside because it was I wanted to buy more Nvidia. How is that done? Okay. Has that rebounded
Which one? LVMH?
since that day?
Yeah, it's been grinding somewhat. Like it's one of those things where like I just
No, it's
won't.
done pretty good move.
Yeah. Like I'll just like forget
So it
that it
dropped to
exists.
6, 7. I mean,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I'll just forget that it exists. It's there, but cool.
You just put that away.
Yeah.
You take that buy. You buy a company like that on macro. Like, really, if you want a high quality company like a Cadillac company, I've always like, you wait till detrimental, terrible macro events happen that don't directly affect the company.
Yeah.
Then you buy it, and you do that over a long period of time. You'll probably do well.
So
If
fingers
they
crossed.
are, in fact, what you think they are,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
I could be wrong, but I like to think that this fits the bill. So like
it's
if
a
it was,
special company.
yeah.
I mean, the only concern I've had at this point, like, I've listened to the Acquired episode on them and done a little more digging. I've never bought them yet, but their special sauce is acquiring other brands at like a discount rate
Yes.
because they can sell management on the value they will create bringing them under their umbrella, which is special because most of the time we see acquisitions are always over, right? You always overpay for acquisitions, but they've found a way to not overpay for acquisitions, and that's why they're so successful. So, but they haven't really acquired recently, kind of been a not really any acquisitions, which I'm not exactly sure why. I haven't dug that far. So is that a decision that they made, or is it just they don't want to take on debt or something like that at the rates? But that would be the only, I think that would be the only concern. Because if that magic is gone, it's like, okay, like what's the narrative? What's the tailwind at that point? But I don't think it, no, I don't think that's gone. But
Big picture,
and will that will his sons and daughters, when he passes the torch someday, can they keep that magic going? So we'll see. But that's a great long term. That's one you put in your pocket and you just go away. You don't care. People say no.
Yeah.
Let's see. Any comment? I sold nothing on Japan Murder Day. Bought something and couldn't get signed in. I didn't have any Schwab problems. Damn. I know I've heard more people now say Schwab wouldn't let them in. But
that's what I've
there was
heard.
a banner, so it said that you might have difficulty doing transactions. But I was able to log in. I mean, I think I bought stock. I didn't do any options, so I don't know if that was affected the day I did it. I bought Mitsu. I didn't look at any Japanese companies. So I don't know if they crashed with us, but I saw the tech go down. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, okay. I'm like, let's do this. I'm like, the thesis on AI is there. And I said 120 was my exit on Nvidia, so got out 121 today. Maybe it goes to 130 after earnings, but I'm not going to take the earnings risk at this point. I'm happy with, just, was it a 1,000 gain on like 2 weeks? Take it. I'm not selling the Micron though. I like the Micron stock. I'm gonna hold that longer. Can't believe I didn't buy American Express. I don't have problems with Schwab that day. Oh, good.
Yeah, that's good.
Schwab wouldn't let me in for hours. Ooh.
Yeah.
There's
That's
been
rough.
some people I've seen online wonder because they took in so many Ameritrade customers. Did that like overwhelm their system? They weren't really prepared for that. So
Could be, but I don't claim to know these things.
oh, 1 second, I gotta turn the camera off.
Yeah, all good. Not a problem. I'll still be here. For people, while Dan has to take care of something, please do consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. Uh, but yeah, yeah, yeah. How are y'all doing? Fake alias. A lot of sadly I don't have the power to click, but and pull things up. But a lot of the Japanese ADRs collapsed and stayed down, then went right back up on Tuesday. This is almost certainly true. Nintendo, I haven't done enough digging, and sadly, that one probably has run away. I again don't know enough, but shout out to a certain Lakers and 4 person who may or may not be bullish on Nintendo. Probably working out.
I am fucking. It's so hot right now. I don't know why it got so hot all of a sudden. All day.
Good old summer.
Mm-hmm. We look like a bunch of rednecks talking about stocks, anyways.
Oh yeah. Me with my degenerate, faded First Republic Bank.
I honestly don't care. I
Oh,
think it's
same
just
here.
funny that I say it all the time, but like people attach physical appearance to acumen in the stock market, and I find it hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, like no other context. But then people say, no, I don't judge people on physical appearance. I look at their abilities. Bullshit. You don't. You do.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Subconsciously, you do.
Mhm.
99 out of 100 people would say Meet Kevin's a better investor than you, but I know you're a better investor than him because you showed your returns. Meet Kevin's losing money like crazy, but you're not. Like my spec account, I'm like, I don't even want to say right now. I could post at some point, but no matter what you post, someone will shit on you and say, "Oh, that's not the total complete numbers or something."
Yeah.
But like I'll show percentage, but I won't show dollar. Like, I have family and friends that watch me. It's none of their damn business. So
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
you guys. Your
Between that,
business.
like people know the top 3 movers, like muscle moves in my portfolio. Like it shouldn't be that hard to be like, yeah, that checks out. That passes a smell test.
Mhm.
Yeah, because like I've admitted before when I've underperformed the market, and I've done that before. Like that, it's expected.
Okay, we gotta talk about this. This just pissed me off so. And I don't know what he does like behind his live streams, but like this video here, like Jesus Christ, Japan just crashed the global stock market. Oh my god. Oh my god. So he did it. So he did it the night, right? We started seeing that it was coming. Sunday night, you could see what was happening in Japan. So of course he's got to rush online, scare the shit out of all the retail people that trust him. I don't know why you would trust him. There are people that probably trust him. So he puts this out Sunday night, freaks the hell out of whoever's watching him. So what do? Guarantee they panic sell a bunch of crap first thing in the morning when it crashed. And he costs a lot of people money, I'm sure. I'm sure he wrecks some people because he's got to get his clicks, right? He got 800,000 views. That's all that matters. So this just, it's such garbage content. I don't like macro trading doesn't work. It doesn't work. Your understanding of macro does not. It helps you with companies, specific companies, but that's like at the end of your research. Like sometimes macro smacks companies in the face, but that doesn't change like who's the management,
Oh yeah.
Do they have the balance sheet to withstand bad times like
Yeah.
this year for certain companies like John Deere or something? But like he makes it sound like macro events move the whole market. So I'm like, what do you do? Is he like, he's probably doing puts and calls on SPY and QQQ, but we've seen people do that on YouTube and get wrecked and then they disappear and you never see them again because they don't make it. Gabe, there's some other people that do that shit I've seen online and they go away because it's not sustainable because you're just guessing in the end. You're just guessing which way the market moves every day. But this is just such hot garbage content It doesn't help anybody. It's like, and I said, you don't have to understand what the Japanese yen carry trade is. You don't have to understand it. You just accept that it happened. And you look at it for 2 seconds and you go, how does this affect the value of NVIDIA or Micron or Caterpillar? How does this affect those companies or the US market in general? It doesn't. It's a fucking arbitrage that closed. And then there's a slight panic in the market. And then you don't understand what's going on. And you think you're so smart at macro with your C plus in economics. Like, everyone's a macro professional all of a sudden. Like, what the hell is wrong with you people? Like, you don't need to understand this. You don't have to do anything based on this. So, I can't stand that. I cannot stand this. He just does this because he doesn't know how to invest. So all he knows how to do is talk about macro, but he's convincing because he's a salesperson. And then apparently he assumed the market was going to nosedive after Japan's yen carry trade, and I guess he lost a bunch of money on something. I'm not sure exactly. He either bet against Walmart, I think, or the market in general with this. But it's all fun and games, huh? Yuck, yuck, yuck. So, but look at, he's got a nice shirt on, right? Clean haircut, better microphone than me.
Yeah, great production.
You should believe him. I mean, I drink beer on camera, and he drinks beer on camera too. So the dude's admitted to being a raging alcoholic to overcome his anxiety. Like, literally, he said that on Echo Stream. I have it saved.
Yep,
but that's okay. He looks the part. I don't even want to argue people. Like, I'll be like, if you like anything he does, go watch him and unsubscribe from me, please, because I don't want to hear it. No. I don't listen to it. I send Chris some of this stuff, and he's like this and Lafufu. He's like, I'm so sick of talking about them because it doesn't matter. Yeah, he got more popular now this year, and I think he provides less value now than he did before. At least you could have followed his clown trades during COVID, but he provides zero value now because now it's like real investing times. Money's not free, right? Government's not giving stimmy checks out. Like, this is real times. For people that got in the market during COVID. Investing's tough. And, shit just happens, flash crashes and stuff, wars. So, and he doesn't have any clue what to do with it. He's doing his chart reading, I see. He's a candlestick warrior, whatever you want to call it. I don't care about candles. Nothing much else to say, I guess, really.
Nah.
It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. What else? Oh, Paul.
Oh, that guy.
He thinks he's like it was his moment because Alta went up. He's still underwater, but like, he was so proud of himself. What else? The Intel.
Oh, yeah, good old Intel. Yeah, that isn't cause enough for Michael to get out of Intel.
Was so funny. Intel grandma's watching from heaven. That poor man. He lost. You know what though? If he holds on the Wall Street Bets Intel guy, he'll be fine. I think if he holds, you might as well hold at this point. What else are you gonna do? That's what I would tell him. I'm like, look, you said you're gonna hold it for 10 years, then fucking do it.
Yeah.
So don't paper hand it. But
find out.
Yeah, this guy, I remember this comment. You've been hyping Intel for more than 2 years at $50 to $40 price. When are you going to admit you were wrong? How can people still believe you in your Excel level valuation model? I just come for the comments because I think he deletes his people do delete comments. I've heard this now. God, this is such crap trading. Let's see. Value Trap channel. Love
Not
it.
wrong.
I love
Not
it. Oh my God. But remember, I have proof from the portfolio reviews that he was buying Intel. And if you look at the dates he said he was buying it, it was like $50, $60 stock.
Yep.
Then it crashes to like 30. And then I think it went up to like 35 briefly, and he sells it. And then he goes on fucking video to say that he made a profit on Intel, which we know he changes his cost basis. He's admitted it with Baba. He brazenly admitted that he took like a 60% loss on Baba, bought it back. It went on a little bit of a run, and he did a video to brag about making money. Like, so we know he's done this. He couches his losses by buying and selling the same stocks over and over again. So it's just hilarious. I think though a lot of people get it, but again, his views are going up and his subscribers. So whatever, because he pumps out so much content. Like, we can't compete with this.
Yeah.
Can't. I don't have time to do. I wouldn't want to do video every day.
No, yeah, like what
I really wouldn't get. I just wouldn't want to do a video every day.
Yeah.
It's like torture.
Yeah, like when it comes to the world of investing, would you rather make money off your portfolio or make money off the content?
Like Cisco. So we talked to Jesse about this. Like, so Paul probably was so excited in his little tiny house and his little teeny shoes because Cisco went up after earnings, and a lot of people thought it was going to go down. Nothing to look forward to. They lay off 7% of their workforce. The stock goes up, so obviously everything's cool. But then Jesse was telling us, he's like, no, it was disaster for Cisco. ANET or Arista is still taking their lunch money into next year. So, like, I don't know why you'd buy everything Jesse's told. Like, it's a dying company. It's what Jesse always tells us. So I'm not gonna that's his he knows way more about it than I do. Where's Intel? I wanted to get to Intel. Wait, hold on a second. Do you know how far it in is?
Sadly, I don't. I didn't. I didn't even bother watching. It's just really legitimately upsets me.
Wish he would have. Damn it! Does he not like label his videos anymore?
Guess not.
John Deere. But I remember, like, he does Intel. Intel has negative growth, right? Or no growth. And he's still projecting them at like 4, 6, 7% revenue growth. Even after they got obliterated, he still is projecting the company wrong, right? Like, unbelievable. And you can't even do a linear projection of Intel at this point. You can't.
No.
Everything's going to change when the foundries start. The whole business will change. You can't. You'd have to do projection to that, which, you know, anyone's guess. 28, 27. When are they going to start? I don't know. Can you believe what Pat Gelsinger says anymore?
No.
But he's just like, oh yeah, you just slap a bunch of numbers together and there you go.
Not to mention, like, we're not even talking about lawsuits, which oh boy, isn't that fun?
Was it the last one he talked about? Intel. Okay.
Yep.
Let me see what his estimates are. 0. Oh, wow. He actually still, though, 0.24. Why not project negative?
At that point,
right now, the answer is negative.
Yeah.
Revenue growth is negative. But no, you're still 0, 2, and 4. Who the F thinks? Who the F out there thinks that Intel's going to grow revenue at 4% on a linear basis? So we're not doing some sort of cyclical every year, 4%. That's how this model works.
Mm-hmm.
No one believed. Why are you modeling it then? Like, this is not happening. If you're buying Intel based on that, you're crazy. You're on crack. Like, at least until the foundries start in like 4 or 5 years. Who knows? But it's cheap, right? We keep hearing it's cheap. So you should buy it because it's cheap. Don't learn anything about their business or the hardships they're going through. It's cheap. So you should buy it. Right. And then when it dips, you buy it because it's cheap still. Like, it's the same narrative. So
yeah, like it's an industry also where, like, you're an outsider looking in, you're gonna have an uphill battle ahead of you.
Yeah, they got to steal business.
Yeah.
From Taiwan. People just think, oh no, these businesses will just walk over to Intel, walk in the door. I would like you to make me my chips, please. It's like they got to steal this business from a killer company, like the Taiwan people.
Yeah,
stone cold killers that do this stuff.
Yeah.
You think they're gonna sit by and let Intel just take their business? They're gonna fight them tooth and nail on this.
Mm-hmm.
And you got Global Foundries also. which is already in America. They're right down the road from me. You know, you got some tough business here. How are you going to take that foundry business from those companies? But
Yeah,
they'll get help from they'll get the U.S. business. So that's something. The Defense Department.
I'm beginning to think, and maybe again, outsider looking in, think that like Texas Instruments, maybe Intel's like best case scenario.
Yeah. But Texas Instrument only makes their own stuff, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Kevin flips a coin, walks around the block, and then picks a stock. I remember people were trying to give him so much because he predicted a firm's going to go out of business, and everyone was like, he looked at the financials, and a firm looks like it's going to go out of business if things go the wrong way. Okay, that's not. It's kind of a shitty way to. I wouldn't short a company on that, honestly, because some of that's out of their control. You want to go after companies that are making bad decisions, like not macro dependent. If you're going to go after a company, like bad company, bad management, like crappy assets, like you can't see a way for them to get out of their situation. Not, well, if macro goes this way, this company will fail. It's like, okay, well, you're just flipping a coin at that point.
Yeah.
What if the macro events don't go your way?
Mm.
That's not a great thesis. Like, I couldn't believe it was the laziest thesis I heard about like any sort of shorting idea. His firm idea. It was just garbage. But people think, oh, he's so smart. Look, he circled the balance sheet. Meet Kevin. He's so smart. Okay. Anyways, wait. Meet Kevin eats corn the long way.
Yes. Yeah. I saw that. I had difficulties containing myself.
That's just, oh, ew. That's gross. Is there really a wrong way to eat corn? I guess. Yes.
Me, Kevin would figure it out somehow. Maybe, I don't know.
I'm dying. Oh my god, it's so hot in here. I think my computer heats the room up. So, anyways, so what else are we gonna buy? I don't know. We've been so focused on shorting stuff, and
yeah, I'm not sure. There's there's probably viable opportunities out there. Almost.
I think this is a great buy.
Yeah, I got fortunate. Yeah, for a 5% allocation. Yeah,
great company. Wait, what did Race do on that day?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's another choice. Another candidate for probably arguably better candidate of just buy and forget it exists.
See, 433 down to 422, and then it just doesn't care.
No.
Amazing company.
Oh yes.
I don't know if I would buy it though. Part of me has slight concerns about, is this a viable business in 15 years with electric vehicles? I don't know. There's always going to be some market for their cars, but that's not great. I don't know. I'd rather own LVMH than this.
Wow.
I will own LVMH. I'm going to tell you, I will soon, but I don't know. And then I was thinking about, I remember I said I was going to switch from Pepsi to Monster.
Yes.
And then it hit 45, which was Jesse and Mai's price. And then I haven't done it because we were preoccupied, but it's still 46, 47.
Yeah. Kind of splitting hairs. My only concern is like how bad would the headwinds be, and with them raising prices, will it be okay going forward? And if the answer is yes, then yes, definitely buy. But if not, like I understand people's hesitation or moments of caution here. I get it.
I mean, Joseph Carlson was right to some degree. There was a caffeine bubble. We've seen all these the caffeinated drink companies have all got kind of slaughtered recently. So short term, concern. Celsius is a different story than Monster though, because they also have the concerns about the health risks of their drinks, which that's a different concern than Monster. Monster's just like they revise their sales and not so great short term, but I think next year they were still projecting double-digit growth. So I'm interested. But what else? Oh yeah, you don't own Starbucks, do you?
I do not know. No. But hey, new CEO, jump. So
Wait, what do you know? Did Ackman do anything with Chipotle? I know they just did the 13F.
oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I've been quiet on 13F season as far as actually like looking at people's
Okay, yeah.
stuff at their portfolios.
Well, his is so easy to look at. It's not much.
Yep.
He did sell some Chipotle.
Yep.
What?
All of it, roughly,
Is
or
this right?
a
8 million?
meaningful position. Oh, shares, changing shares. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so he did sell off some Chipotle.
Yep.
He must have known. He
I would
must have
hope
known
so.
that the CEO was interested in the Star. I find it hard to believe
Yeah.
that Ackman wouldn't have known that that was a possibility.
Yeah. Yeah. Man of that, big of a name with his resources. If he didn't, then what the heck? But
Well, he did cut Chipotle. Interesting. He still's got a lot. He got a what $10 drop on it on the
mhm,
news. So, Nike. Oh, interesting.
yep,
That's new.
2% allocation, 2% and
Yeah,
change.
it's like who cares? 2%. This is
Yeah.
this is like nothing.
Yeah. I'm
He's
not gonna
dipping his toe in it.
bash the man over with that. But
This is his kind of investment though. Something
mhm,
like this. Um, I don't know. It's one of those things like if you have no better ideas, it's like Intel at 18 and like Nike in the low 70s. It's like I guess if you have no better ideas, parking some money there is not the worst thing in the world. But I don't
yeah,
see a huge upside. But you and me can buy an index, right?
yeah, yeah.
We can just buy SPY or SCHG.
Mhm.
So these people don't have that option. Bill Ackman could buy the entire SCHG. He could buy the whole ETF. Like so, he can't do that. So they have to make decisions. So park money somewhere, I guess. So I don't see how. I don't know. I guess the Nike can maybe Hoka is a fad and On's a fad. And they don't prove that they are a lasting brand.
That
Um,
that would have to be your hope.
so okay, I'm jumping all over now. I have
That's
no
fine.
plan. This is the if you were gonna dive into a retail brand that so right now,
Mhm.
retail brands, a lot of them just been annihilated this year because the pullback on customers, right? Inflation's killing everyone. Customers scared or they're just not buying stuff. So all these retail companies not doing well, except Tractor Supply. It's doing very well. But anyways, so it's like someone knew that. But I don't know, like all these distressed brands, because it's like, how do you know this is brand is the only brand that has lasting power in clothing that I've ever seen? And you look at those the research where they do the teen surveys.
Mhm.
I look at them every year. Nike's the only thing that has lasting power. That's why it's always got a premium, I would say. It's because Nike is the one that actually broke the whole concern about fads with like fashion. Nike is the exception. Like they have been around for a long time and they still score well, but it's like Lulu. Does it stay, right? Or do people get sick of it and move on to the next brand and they don't want to spend $130 on yoga pants anymore? So it's like an inflection point for this company. If the brand stays where it is and they don't lose that and people still want to buy Lulu's and it's just short term, like you could do really well with this at this right now. If there's degradation in the brand, like people don't want to go there, they're bored of it. Something else comes out.
It's
I
rough.
mean, you're in for a rough time.
Oh yeah.
Uh, so it's kind of an interesting point for this, but I don't know. It's a no for me. I'd just rather focus on other things. I think.
Yes. As the man who still holds Croc shares, I
Crocs is not a fad. God damn
yeah.
it.
Well, no, it's more of a like I'm already like retail consumer
You know
facing
what?
enough.
I got a little scared, but I'm in at 200 or bust for Crocs. I don't care. I will hold it till 200.
Yeah, for me, I just did baby's first attempt at hedging on it, and results were tolerable. I thought they were okay enough.
I don't hedge anything. You guys are all funny. I don't hedge a damn
I,
thing. I
it
think
was only
hedging is
just it just grew so much of the active port that's my
I just like some of the stuff you guys talk about, like in the I enjoy watching it. Some of it I'm just like, do I want to learn this? Nope, I don't want to learn it. There's my I move on.
that's
Because a lot of it I don't want to learn everything about investing. Certain things just take too much brain power. I'd
mm,
rather do other things sometimes. Like I don't want to deep dive private equity or insurance companies, but
yeah.
I can make money buying Tractor Supply, just like the same as buying JP Morgan that you have to read a 500-page 10Q. So, what makes LVMH a better brand than Hermes? Hermes.
I'm not great with pronunciations, so
I mean, well,
yeah.
LVMH isn't a brand. LVMH is an entire organization of brands.
Mm,
So it's not the same business. Hermes, whatever.
uh,
Is a specific company with like luxury goods, a specific kind of luxury goods. I wouldn't. It'd be an odd comparison. Um, I haven't looked at Hermes too closely. I've been
no,
looking at LVMH.
it would appear that the market is trading it, and I think from an outsider's perspective, looking at with the higher premium, and probably rightfully so. But um,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
this
I
is
just
true, like Fabius, this is true luxury.
yes, yes,
So
yeah,
I don't know enough about this one yet. I
mhm,
don't know if I would do this one.
yeah,
Man, it's expensive.
yes,
Hmm.
yeah. So I get
I
it.
have nothing to say good or bad about this, so
Yeah,
it's not something I'm aware of.
yeah,
I mean, this very well could be same. It's just something you buy. It's an eternal brand. You can't just create a luxury brand. That's what's cool about these companies when you look at them. Um, what was the guy I talked to? The Sagar guy that quit YouTube. The Kingdom and I talked to. I
mm,
forgot his fake name now. He was that finance YouTuber, but I talked to him. His name was Sagar. I just remember that. But he was really I was going to interview him about luxury brands because he was very knowledgeable about that. Then he quit YouTube. But
darn,
yeah, what's cool about it because like you can't just spring these up from nowhere. These
no,
brands have lineage, right? Like generations of a family or 100-year lineage, like stagecoach bags and stuff. This was so cool about them. Like these are moats. Like these are Modi moats. Like you cannot replace these companies. But Dan, you wanted to own Goldman Sachs. Yes, I did. I still want to own Goldman Sachs. That's my other Cadillac I want. I really want to own Goldman Sachs. Mostly because of Gen X dividend investor. So he's owned it for a long time. And
ah,
I've just always wanted to own it. And I should have I should have bought it. When times got really tough there, I should have just bought it. But that's another you have to just wait until they have really crappy times, right? To
oh
get
yeah.
a valuation that's really going to work out, but
Oh, stop me if
it may
you've
never
ever
happen, and I'm okay with it.
yeah, but like even then though, like stop me if you've ever heard this one before, Dan. At some point, one random year or quarter, everybody hates the finance industry. Everyone run for the hills, sell it
Mhm.
all. Like I wouldn't be shocked if the opportunity's there at some point, and it is a viable choice.
I mean, what was it about a year that all the SPACs were dead, so they were like their core business was not doing well. Marcus was failing. Um, they had the Apple credit card, but honestly, when I looked at that, that was
Oh
not a
yeah,
good deal for
yeah.
Goldman's. That was not a good deal. The CEO was on shaky grounds. It's like if you believe in the brand and the this company is not replaceable. There's only a handful of companies in the world that can do what they do. It's like them, Morgan Stanley, and Jamie Dimon. Like, damn. But I may never get another chance like that. So, but you can't FOMO later, right?
No,
You
no,
miss, just let it go. It's like you just let the dove go.
no.
Let it be free. It was never yours, I guess. What did Dex say? There's been sales on Monster products. There's been
Oh,
sales.
okay, yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, like that me just parroting headlines of the concerns monsters raising prices. Like
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily the case going forward or not.
They seem pretty optimistic when I listen to the call next
Yeah.
year to get back on track.
Mhm.
It's just like a lot of companies this year. This is a bad year for a lot of companies. So I think people should focus on what companies have had bad years because of inflation and the interest rates being high, and then probably management's optimistic and you think you can see a path next year. And they didn't blow out their balance sheet this year in bad times, right? That's the important. Who actually dealt with bad times? Did they cut production, or who just pretended that everything was fine and took debt to cover this, like short term? Because those you'll see it next year. Anyways, we got our cabinet people, the cabinets. So, oh, anything else you want to talk about?
Off the top of my head, I got nothing. I mean, just thank you for having me on. Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Oh,
I don't know if I can find it because it was a while ago. Probably can't. Ross Gerber's tweet about Warren Buffett. I didn't mention this last week.
oh yeah.
I know I can't find it on his feed.
Yeah, because I want to say it got deleted, but other people have like made commentary about that.
Damn. I'm sure if I scroll, but he tweets a lot. I don't think I can.
Yeah.
I gotta find it.
Fabio advocates. Go to his Twitter.
Oh
Yeah,
yes, good
yeah.
idea.
Because thank you, Fabio.
I was like, there's no way I can. It was like 2 weeks ago. There's no way you can scroll back for it.
Yeah.
Disney. Okay, he just thought of it. Let me find this first. Oh, this. Oh my god.
That one was funny.
So okay, I'm gonna say it because I was gonna hide it, but my next ETF review is gonna be an ETF that kind of will be compared to ARK. So
Hey.
ARK is Kathy Wood. I always say Woods, but this is ARK represents Kathy Wood's best ideas, right? That's what ARK is. It's her and her investment team's best ideas. You would hope, dear God. So I'm going to talk about an alternative where this firm, you can buy this firm's best ideas, and it is the greatest ticker symbol ever. Open. So we have Gigolo.
Gigolo.
Am I picking this because it's fun, or the thumbnail will be epic? I'm thinking. So, anyways, Gigolo. This is so it's kind of interesting. It's newer. This is being proposed, and if you read the prospectus, this is JP Morgan's best ideas, international, not just US. So this is all their investment units, all their researchers. They're basically like, this is our whole organization's best 70 to 100 investment ideas given to you, Mr. Investor. So I'm going to compare it to ARK because it's kind of similar in some ways. Like, you're betting on an organization, right? So who are you going to bet on? But that'll be the next ETF review. This is interesting though, just looking at it, because I kind of like it. They're just like, let's not screw around with like factors. Like, do you believe in Jamie Dimon or don't you? So, but I'll cover like Jamie, the letter he wrote, his investor letter last year. Had some interesting nuggets for this. It's not going to take long because there's not a lot. The methodology, there's no methodology. I just told you what the methodology is. It's just It's just the organization's best ideas. So
Fabio did say that it's above, it's somewhere above that.
but this tweet, yeah, as a result
Yeah.
of our trading losses. So she's like, if you buy now, guys, we were such a shit organization, but because we were such garbage, if you buy us now, you get a discount on the buy. You get all our tax losses from everyone else getting wrecked. Come on, guys, come down to Arc Depot and buy some bargain stocks. Oh, wait, where am I not seeing it?
Fabio said it has two images compared to each other.
He said it was above it.
Yeah.
That's not true. Can I search for Ross? Let's see. Damn it.
Sad.
I think Fabio deleted it.
Sorry, Fabio. There's a bit of a lag.
I don't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Did he reply? That's got to be it. This is so riveting, isn't it?
Fabio says that you keep passing it, but I don't know where.
I don't see it.
If you're able to Discord link it, Fabio, that'd be cool.
I hate you all. I did not pass it. Did I?
Yeah. Yeah. Just, we all work with what we got.
I did not. No, I did not. I hate
Okay,
you.
it's in the Discord.
I hate all of you. Oh my God. How did I miss it?
The way how it's cropped, it does no one any favors. But
okay. You know what it was? I was looking for, because my Twitter's not the night version.
Yep.
So I wasn't looking at the black one.
Yeah.
This I didn't talk about this last week, but Ross Gerber to say something like this. Warren Buffett doesn't understand technology, that's for sure. Selling Apple before the AI revolution is an error. Oh my God. Like sometimes I've written on Reddit before, like you'll have like a new investor, like it'll be on like a Reddit thread, like investors or stock subreddit, and they'll be like, first thing, I'm brand new to investing. Okay, we got that. And then they will have a very specific opinion on something in investing. And you're just like, you don't have the right to have an opinion on this. The fact that you're brand new to it. Like someone was like, Charlie Munger wasn't that great of an investor. Like literally, I had some guy wrote, he's like, I'm brand new to investing, but I looked at one thing and Charlie Munger looked like a shit investor. And it's just like, you don't have the right to have an opinion on this, like at all. Like in this, like Ross Gerber has no right at all to have an opinion on Warren Buffett. You are totally and utterly unqualified, Ross Gerber, to have an opinion on Warren Buffett. It's like, all of us, I don't have a right to question Warren Buffett. Like I look at when he sold half of it, I'm like, okay, what the hell do I know? I mean, it's Warren freaking Buffett. Okay. Like he can sell half of it. He made, what did he 6x his Apple investment? It's like one of the greatest Mount Rushmore investments in history, I think people would say, him buying Apple. And you're going to shit on him, Ross Gerber. Like, oh my God. And this is the guy that deleted like all his content from the COVID time, all his stupid takes on everything, his videos on Petco that when it got obliterated, and his Arcimoto videos, they're all gone.
I think Seeking Alpha, to cut off
I was about to say, did they delist it yet? Which would be funny.
That would be, but not yet.
Let's see how GK is doing against Berkshire. Let's go Berkshire B.
We'll be nice with liquidity.
Let's go 3 years. I think it's been around 3 years. Like it's like speechless. Like, yeah, Warren Buffett's still beating the goddamn market. Okay, he hasn't lost it. He hasn't lost a thing. You can't even like a freaking mattress with money stuffed in it made better return than Ross Gerber.
And that's with inflation.
Your money in your safe made better return than Ross Gerber. Like, are you kidding me?
Also
Jesus
inflation.
Christ. But it's, oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. Fabio advocates that you use the second image on his Twitter.
Where was it?
Yeah. Yeah. The little arrow.
Oh my God. Unbelievable. Like, first of all, like, is Apple leading the AI revolution? Like Ross is like, oh, selling it before the AI revolution. Okay. Because I was saying, if you're saying Apple's leading it, it's like, no, they're not. They hired OpenAI. So I think they did fine with what they're going to do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Last thing. I'm going to rub this thing because I don't care.
Yeah. Very nice.
So here was a live stream, April 27th. Can you hear that plane?
Yeah, I hear it, but it's fine.
Yeah. So April 27th, 2024. You guys are talking about Warner Brothers Discovery as an investment.
Oh, yeah.
I come on because I'm
Yep.
like, you guys are saying nonsense, wanting to buy it. And I'm like, you guys are crazy. Why would you buy Warner Brothers Discovery? So I said what I said. And then this guy, I've never forgot him because it's just the most just stupidest comment about, you can make fun of me if you want, but like so me, just talking out of his ass on Warner Brothers Discovery, full on emotion driven analysis. I'm the most emotional analysis person you've ever heard, rather than actually analyzing cash flow and debt, which is what I talked about. I came on to talk about their cash flow sucked. They have a lot of debt and they can't get out of this hole. So, but apparently I'm just an emotional investor. Okay. What happened to Warner Brothers recently?
Oh, just some fun impairments. And for people that'd be like, oh, but that's a non-cash expense.
So they got obliterated.
Yeah.
Oh, look who's the emotional investor. Oh my God. It's so fucking emotional. Who would have thought a shitty business with a pile of debt could have huge write-downs because their legacy business is not doing well? Like, oh, anyways.
Yeah. Thankfully for
I did
me,
respond to that guy though.
Yeah,
Did he
it was
respond?
minimal percentage
I
allocated.
was like, hey, how's it going, buddy? Anyways. I don't know what they do. I don't know what the solution is. It's like Starbucks. Even though Starbucks, okay, getting the Chipotle CEO is cool. Like, I don't know how they fix what's wrong. But like with Warner Brothers, like do you fire David Zaslav?
I
Right?
don't know
First
if that
point.
fixes anything really.
Because that doesn't fix the debt.
Yeah.
So I mean, just complete obliteration of this stock. Down 36% this year.
Yep.
I don't know how they recover. They got utterly destroyed by AT&T in the merger. AT&T took them to the friggin' woodshed, just beat the shit out of them. And AT&T didn't even do that well out of it anyways.
No.
But I don't know. I don't know how they recover from this, that debt pile, unless they can start getting some of that debt taken out. Not bankruptcy, but I don't know, something, an agreement with the debt holders. But Jesus, because their business requires debt to make shows, like, and movies. They don't pay for that stuff up front. But their subscribers are doing well though online, but it's not a money-making business necessarily.
No, it wasn't enough to offset the write-down that they did.
No, I don't know what they do. It's one of, I don't know. Do they survive? People like Apple should buy them. Why should Apple buy them? Like they have like $40 billion of debt. Like, why would Apple buy them? I don't understand that. Why not just wait till I don't see why they would get into that. And they've already cut back on Apple's already cut back on their studios as a losing enterprise. I've read like they're trying to clean that up a bit, and they're not willing to take so much of losses on their studio business. So why would they buy this?
Yeah, no, that one doesn't make sense.
When that's your thesis, that someone buys the company or Moaz or some shit. Like, that's not a great thesis on an investment. So,
Yeah.
like, rather than that, why don't people look at like Disney?
Oh
They
yeah,
actually
yeah. I
make
was
money.
wondering. Yeah,
They
wondering
make
if we can
money,
look back.
right? Like, you could actually look at Disney as a, if you want to get an entertainment, like, if you want to look at something in entertainment other than a shitty company that's barely going to survive, it's like, it's kind of interesting because it's almost back when Fabio and me bought it. Jesus, what was it, last fall now, September? But like, the narrative is still there. Like, they're doing okay on their subscription business, I believe, right? Let me look at their presentation. I don't know if I want another bite at it. That's the thing.
It's same.
I did really well in the first go around with it. I don't know if I want to do it again. Um, where's their presentation? Let me look real a sec. I don't own this. That's why I don't know necessarily people. So yeah, I remember reading this. So they're not losing money now in their streaming business,
Yep.
which is
Good time.
huge.
Yep.
And they were going that direction, and that was the turnaround that made me want to buy it last fall anyways. They said they were going to do it. So they were cutting costs, they were raising the prices, and it wasn't really affecting the membership numbers. So I knew they were going this direction. That's not new information. So good for that. Okay. Not bad. You've got the park renovations are now in full swing. They had the D23 to show what they're going to do. We already knew that they had committed lots of billions of dollars for park renovations. That's not new information either, from when I last bought it. So revenues, I mean, this is you're not going to be blown away, but you're not going to be like, this is a company that needs to focus on efficiencies, not revenue growth.
Yep.
I like, to me, because they're so mature, and plus they can't build they're they can't just pop new parks up everywhere anyways. I don't know. Are you interested in this?
On the radar, but then again, plenty of things are on the radar. And
That's the thing. It's like, like, can I see making money on it? Yeah, but it's not that. It doesn't excite. It doesn't excite you.
Yeah.
So you can see linear networks. It's going down still. So they got to keep cutting costs on their network. So the networks got to keep cutting costs, like ESPN, ABC. They have to keep cutting because they have no choice. And then, streaming's got to produce more revenue to offset that. Eesh, I don't know. Okay, subscribers still going up though. I don't know.
Yep.
I haven't valued it, but I don't think I would value it with as high a multiple. Like, I thought it was $120 stock when I bought it last fall. It actually got to like 124, I think. Eventually, I got out before them, but I don't know. The park renovations are going to cost quite a bit of money. They won't be done until like second half next year, and then 26. I don't know, but interest rates go down. You would assume people will that how sure are you that'll improve attendance? Because I saw some stories that their attendance numbers were down at the same time I was there too, which was kind of funny because there were quite a bit of people. But I don't know if they can raise prices. The parks are it's so expensive to go. I don't know if they can keep raising prices at the parks. That's what I would be concerned, because I spent so much going there. I don't know how much more you can bleed out of families. So let's see. Could Apple use their debt to offset that?
Referencing Warner Brothers. I don't
Interesting
know.
question for an accounting channel. Maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe, but then again, though it's Apple, though it's so big that
I don't know if they're looking for tax write-offs because they got what, 200 something billion dollars of cash just sitting on some like Cayman Island bank or something. When's Bob Iger? Yeah, we still don't have. That was like the one thing I wanted to see last fall that I never got, is I wanted to know the succession plan. So that was the part I didn't get ever. I don't know. Would you say you feel good about, well, now like you kind of feel a little better about Marvel because if they go with like the X-Men route, maybe they don't have to rely on the Marvel characters and the Avengers stuff. So I don't know. It's interesting. It's an interesting idea at this point. Okay, right now, Lululemon or Disney?
Mm, for my portfolio, I lean towards Disney just because of how it's presently allocated.
You like the setup better?
That too. And I say that begrudgingly, saying that like I probably won't buy Disney anytime right away. Uh, things could change, but and I could eat those words. We could all point and laugh at me, but yeah, that's currently where I'm at.
So you think so revenue will go up, but then the parks, they're going to have the expenditures of the upgrades, which are
Hmm.
going to get heavier. Um,
So
Hopefully you see some better profit metrics. I didn't listen to the call, so I don't know what they said about that.
same.
I would assume it should get better and better. I think I think Bob Iger's on that. The streaming profit or the streaming profits. I think it's a priority. I don't know, but
Where would
uh,
you lean?
I'm not excited. I'm not excited about either. But that's
Same.
why That's why both of them have not done well recently, right?
Yeah.
It's tough. Um, so, do you think the capex will work out? Their movies will they'll have some home run movies, and the streaming will keep getting more profitable. Or do you just believe that the customers will go back to Lulu when times get better, and the brand is still a quality brand? Nobody replaces them, so you know.
Yeah. Lots of questions
This
where.
is why this shit's hard, right?
Oh
That's why
yes. Yeah.
there's
I don't have
there's
an
no
answer.
easy answers. So,
No.
Dan, how is your spec account doing? I could maybe next video I've shown it before.
Yeah.
Um, it's not as high as your return on Riley, but it's close.
Well, he made out like a freaking madman bandit over here. He
I
crushed.
did. It's been a good year. I mean,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I had to put a lot of money aside for taxes. I already told you. I don't play around with that stuff. It's already sitting aside in my Barclays account.
Yeah.
Does that mean I'm going to give up indexing and dividends? No. I still put $100 in a dividend account every week. Just most weeks is just like an ETF though. I don't know. I think that's it.
Think so too. Thanks for having me on, Dan.
So congratulations.
Well,
So for people, should we listen to Marc Cohodes a little bit, maybe?
if you wanted to, I mean,
All right. We're not at 2 hours, so I'm
yeah,
okay.
yeah. I
2
like
hours
his.
is like my limit where I'm just like I'm like done mentally.
As
Okay.
much as I really respect and like the guy from a distance, he can be quite unhinged.
Okay, hold on. Chrome tab. No, wait, where is it? Okay, hold on. No, that's not it.
While Dan is working his magic, again, thank you all for being here. Be sure
Okay.
to like, comment, and subscribe.
Hey, RAK, the
You
friendly
hear it?
bear. We got Donut Shorts here. We
Okay.
got a whole cast of people who can add their 2 cents
I'll probably just fast
to
forward.
this mess. But basically, from 10,000 feet, and I'm intimately involved with the government here because I've been speaking with them, writing letters to them, basically since January, writing letters to the auditors, writing letters to FINRA, the SEC, the DOJ, FinCEN, the entire crew. Everyone was warned about this. Others and myself will probably file a lawsuit against Markham, file a lawsuit against the lawyers who allowed this fake 10K to be done. But the real tragedy here are the B.Riley wealth customers who've had these shit products, FRG equity put into their accounts. They don't realize how destroyed their accounts truly are because these securities have not been marked properly. And that's the real tragedy here. This bucket shop outfit is going to end up costing their clients billions with a B of dollars. And the government has let this go on.
So I think his big complaint, if I remember, I'm probably phrasing this wrong. There is a personal finance business, right? Within B.Riley.
Yes.
And they sold FRG stock or bonds to their customers in the finance division.
Pretty much,
Or
yes.
actually their financial management or whatever they call it.
Yep.
Okay. That's what he's pissed off about in
Oh,
this. Because a lot of innocent people are going to get obliterated by this. Is what he's pissed about.
And like
He was
Silvergate,
saying
they
he's
were
warned
warned.
the government for a
Signature
while.
Bank,
No one
they
seemed
were
to care.
warned. But since most people view myself, Kopakar, Dan David, Gibson, who's Aurelius, as short sellers, people tend to take our views and hide it under the rug, but do it at your own risk. And the amount of DMs and emails, texts I've had from people saying, do you think they're running the stock up because they want to put you under or bankrupt you or bet against you? You know what, gang? I'm 64 fucking years old, and people have been betting against me my entire life. And I'm still standing, and a lot of these guys who bet against me are 6 feet in the ground. Gaston Bastions of Lernout and Houseby, Scott Hartman of Novastar, Paul Jane of MediaVision. It goes on and on and on. But as I told my girlfriend and some others, this is my last dance. This is my last gig. I will end my short career putting B.Riley into the ground. That's how I want to end it. And that's how I will end it. And when this is done, and it's not quite done yet, I'll take some time off and I'm going to write a book. And the book's going to read like a novel. Sadly, all the stories will be true. But enough with that. I want to bring on Vinny. I want to bring on Kopakar if you want to add something. Short as a few days, because if you're worth a shit and can fog a mirror, why would you work there anymore? If you're worth a shit and can fog a mirror, why would you have your account there anymore? You can ACAT your account out of there in about 30 seconds. And
probably what
the liability that Riley has
Monday hit
for as a fiduciary putting regular people in the likes of Franchise Group, not to mention their other shitty ass deals, and taking a fee for it and taking a fee for a mismark. I mean, this is how you end up in prison. When you
we forgot. So when Khan declared bankruptcy, who did the liquidation of Khan?
Lo and behold, B.Riley.
Oh, the people that owned it did the liquidation.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine that. No conflicts of, no problem there. Okay. As you go and try and repossess a hillbilly's couch that he didn't make his payments on. Good luck with that. It worked out so well.
People billions of dollars. This is how you go to jail. And this deal, this Franchise Group deal, which is probably one of the worst LBOs I've ever seen, this has all gone down within a year. This is less than 52 weeks. Soup to nuts, this thing has failed and will be bankrupt. So Bryant Riley can blame the consumer. He can blame the shorts. What he needs to do is look into the mirror and say, why did you do business with Brian Kahn? Why did you engage in an insider trading ring that the best man of your wedding, Jeremy Nowak, traded with? And Brian, you fat fuck, you can sue me all you want and you can tell me to shut up, but you paid people to threaten me, to threaten my friends, to threaten.
Take a moment to appreciate that. That was awesome. You fat. Oh, I'd like to think I'm half of Marc Cohodes at his age.
Yeah. For context, by the way, some of the people have gone after his son.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, like, while I get the response, maybe like, "Oh, this man is unhinged," and I tend to somewhat agree. it's understandable from my perspective. So
I mean, it's
make it
tough.
that way. Well,
You're betting against a company, right? If you're a professional shorter like these people,
Mhm.
you are trying to bury a company in the ground, and everyone that works there is going to lose their job, right? People are going to lose money. No, people won't people are going to be pissed at you. Like,
yes.
so comes with
Nate Kopakar. So you will rot in hell. Kopakar and I had a chat when this thing was $35, when everyone was hooping and hollering and a short squeeze and all this and all that. And I told him I will never let go of the rope here. I don't care if I run out of money, which I won't, or I wouldn't, and it wouldn't happen. But I wasn't going to stop here, and Kopakar wasn't going to stop. And whether I'm done in this business shorting stocks, which I will be after this, you have got to follow and respect Nate Kopakar, because that man stood up in it. That guy stood under pressure and he just kept firing. And his work on this, Dan David's work on this, Gibson's work is some of the best I've ever seen. And those guys deserve a ton of credit. Did I push the pile over the end zone? You bet your ass I did, because that's what I do, because I'm not afraid of any of these criminals or any of these frauds. But gang, it's over. If you own the stock, God bless you. If you wanted to squeeze me at 15, 25, 35, 45, God bless you. And if you were stupid enough to listen to any of these Reddit guys, how you make income shorting naked B.Riley puts, you deserve every single thing you get.
do we know a person that was doing freaking selling puts on this? Now, who could that have been? Mr. Portman. Why does it always come back to Mr. Portman?
I don't know. It's a weird
If
black
you're
hole.
watching, which I don't think he's watching, I think he watches just Fabio's channel or Kev Mindset, but like, dude, you dodged such a bullet. He literally sold puts on Riley, what, 2 weeks before this, I think? 2
Hopefully,
weeks
yeah,
before,
hopefully.
we're all watching him, and he does that on like Monday, and we're like, this literally, we're all sitting here like, this stock is going to go 50% nosedive some morning.
Mhm.
Like what we said, what Andrew's comment. I'm like, yeah, some morning we're going to wake up and it's 50% down. And he sold freaking puts on it. Like, you fucking idiot. Like, he has no idea how close he came to getting obliterated again after he already lost 30 grand on, what was it, Con. So I debated like asking him if he wanted to come on my channel. I thought about it, but I don't really have anything to say to him. Like, I don't know. I don't think he learned anything at all. It's just, he's a gambler. I mean, and he's convinced he's found some sort of hack. The market will tell him he's wrong. You know, the market's efficient at taking your money. If you're doing stuff like he is, the selling option shit needs to die on YouTube. I'm so sick of it. But
Everything you get. Porter, you have any thoughts on this piece of shit right now?
Well, Vinny covered a
oh, that was the Mark part. That was the best part.
For frame of reference, by the way, for people, Porter Collins and Vincent Daniels, both of them are of Big Short fame. So just
Yes.
letting you all know,
but there
these
is,
are pros.
this
Joe six pack, and so to me,
Some of it was just back and forth. People can listen to it if they want, but yeah, I focused just on the FRG part. That was all I really saw that I needed to understand. I thought the preferred shares, and
Oh yes,
I'm like, I get it. I don't need to see anymore. I get this is pile of garbage.
Yeah.
And as soon as Khan went BK, we're all like, that was the start of it, right? To me, it's like they lit the match at that point. We just didn't know how long the little fuse cord was.
Yep.
But apparently the answer was Sunday night this week.
Yeah, because Monday down 50%, and then this morning or today was like
another 50%, I think, after that, right?
Yeah, it's just brutal.
Wow. We'll see if anyone goes to prison, I guess. he's convinced they're going to go to jail over this. Maybe they pay a fine. Who knows? You don't know what's gonna. If Trump comes into office, there's no way they go to jail over this. It's gonna be open finance season if Trump's the president.
I don't know when it comes to the regulatory environment.
Although they're in California, so
Yeah.
that's to some degree not his choice, but
yep. Yes. Almost certainly is my guess. But
yeah, so freaking what a week. Anyway.
Oh yeah. Profitable week. Eventful week for me.
Man, I could have done better if but I wasn't in on Friday, so I couldn't I had to put orders in while I went into town to the convenience store. I couldn't even look at anything. And then Jesse told me like the certain company went under $1. I'm like, oh, okay. But that'll be another day.
Yeah.
It's another story.
Oh yeah, just another one.
Marc Cohodes. Maybe maybe I'll interview him. He's been on channels smaller than me, so I think I have a shot. So. But I'd have to like really make sure I get all my information right. I don't want to seem like an ass. So I don't know. It'd be good if Fabio wants to do it, but
you guys know that I would definitely watch that thing. Fangirl.
You and Andrew know more. You guys could ask him more questions than me.
It's like for me though, having interacted briefly with the guy on Twitter, I'm just shocked that he was willing to sign a copy of his book and have it for me like that. Like I'm a nobody.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That's all I would want. I will definitely buy it when his book comes out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
If maybe a year or two. I don't know. We'll see how serious he is about it. He might be fending off some lawsuits, which is kind of crazy. Like, what are they going to sue him about? But
libel of some frivolous thing. Even though
I think they got bigger fish.
Yeah, no kidding.
SEC probe.
Yeah.
DOJ. Wait, who is there an agency not going after B.Riley right now?
That is a good question. I don't know. I mean, it's enough. Like if they finally decide to mention it on an earnings call, like writing's probably on the wall. Shoot, market knows.
All because of accountants. I guess I don't know. People like to say we're not necessary, and then you want us on that wall, like you need us there.
Yeah,
we ask the questions that need to be asked. I don't know until the robots take our jobs, but
allegedly.
Yeah, good luck with that. Some people already lived through saying that they're going to outsource everybody. That didn't work out either. So, oh well. So thanks for being on.
Oh, thank you for having me.
We're at almost 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So look out for my Gigolo ETF review. I can't wait. I have some ideas. So, and then more, I don't know, onward to some new investing ideas. Can't all be about like shorting companies to death. But I'm totally looking at next year. So I don't know. Unless something short term comes up like the Chinese murder day or the Japanese murder day traded.
Yeah.
Like my individual stock selections are totally about buying stuff for next year at this point. So I'm just looking at, okay, what got obliterated this year? Do I think they can recover next year? So we will see. Agco. Oh, I should respond to Ag. Someone asked me what Agco. I should write it. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. We should have an outro. What do you want? You want an outro? Do we just end it?
Outro sounds good.
Do you want Lil Yachty?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Sure. Okay. Bye.